have to have good awareness of distance when you start adding in acrobatics, right? And you can't look like this. And then do your move. Tumble this time. Can't do that. When you practice your acrobatic moves, they have to be done from a standstill or at least from one step, so that in choreography you can hide your preparation. So it looks cooler. It doesn't look like fight choreography and remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That requires a lot of training, okay? You don't have to do that to do good choreography. Acrobatic moves like that are a different type of arithmetic. You can do basic arithmetic or you can do calculus, depending on what it is you need to do, all right? What it is you need to accomplish. And just some changes when I throw up there, right? Except that I have to be aware of my distance, because this is an extension of
I'm going to back up a bit.
So if I'm used to just... I'm going to get some trouble, okay? This is awesome. So, but I still have to think about it. If I want to make just this a back, here, I still have to get that in line, okay? Ready, and boom! There you go. So I get it in there. And of course, sound effects are very important. Let's see if you can line up, stand right, line up, and see if we can get that to work with you. So here's another thing that's important, you guys. When you're creating the choreography, you've got two guys working, right? And you're sitting here and you're going, okay, I want to make sure I see that work. And he goes through and he swings, go ahead and swing through slow motion. And I'm standing in the wrong spot. That happens a lot. Guys get kicked in the head, stand off, back off, make sure everybody has plenty of space. Whack! Okay, do you see the style of fight here where I've got this sword and I bring it around and I just whack, whack. You know, you can go ahead and pick up a weapon so I don't have to smash it. But if it's a samurai sword, there are subtle differences, okay? And the way I was taught to wield a samurai sword is that it's curved so that you can slice with it. So you have to know a thing or two about the props that you're using. So instead of a hacking motion, and why don't you go ahead and come a little bit over the shoulder. Instead of a hacking motion, you can block, it's fine. What you do with the samurai sword is you slash. And so here, you can see that even just with my movement, I've created a style of fight that's going to determine how this character moves. Right? All part of that design. All part about thinking about your story, your character, and what he's doing. Move it, good. And then you can get into cool stuff where he goes to block, and I come around. Good. And the way I'm going to use my choreography, right? Okay. Big like this. And you know, so sometimes what will happen is the guy I used to work for, Jackie Chan's choreographer, used to give me a weapon and go, Dan, go figure out what this is. All right. So you've got to play and figure out how you're going to fight with this. And it could be a long distance fight, which could be very interesting, right? So I'm creating something in here. And that means while somebody like that is wielding something like that, go ahead, sir. You might imagine a really big man. Look at, just by giving him this weapon, how it kind of feels heavy. And if he's to come down on me, and if I were to block it, the character what I have to do as a partnership in this choreography to make that sell, right? I can't just go like this. He comes down just like that. I can't just do this. Unless I want to make this character seem more powerful, right? Thank you. And we talked about you can stand. I'm going to take this camera and we're going to whip pan it to you. And right when it gets to you, let's frame him up for this shot. Okay. So let's just get cowboy. Yes. Let's just have on this other side so we don't see what's through. Okay. And right when it gets to you, I want you to go, oh, I've just been stabbed with a sword, kind of thing, okay? Right? Before we do that, you're going to want a neutral point, Jose. So catch that for me. You're going to start on me right here.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to whip to that. We'll figure it out.
It's okay if he's far of the shot.
All right.
This is very difficult. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw that on my action. There you go. It's why that works. Ready? Let's try one more time. And go! Oh. And maybe these two guys are thirsty and they're going to go for this little bottle of water. One guy's got a weapon. So it makes you start to wonder about this guy. How's he gonna handle this? How is he going to overcome this guy and get that bottle of water? You tend to naturally root for the guy who is in the underdog situation. Okay, you see how we've advanced the story a little bit more there just by changing some props and working on some props. Choreographing in 3 beats. First beat is setting it up so that you might get into the fight choreography, you might introduce the characters, start the choreography. Second beat is the progression or regression of one character. If he's the hero, we naturally want to root for this guy because he doesn't have a weapon, right? And we want to see him, if in the second beat of choreography, we see him winning. By the third beat, my favorite thing to do is to change it and go the other direction, and all of a sudden he loses, okay? This guy pulls out a gun instead of a sword. Then, throughout the third beat of the choreography, we want to see him turn it around in the other direction and maybe win. Usually, there's one of us, the coordinator or whatever, or a couple of stunt guys, just making sure we realize.
Don't hit me.
It's the same in your backyard. Mom might be coming around the corner. And slam! Okay, let's see your hit. Go ahead. And action. Good. One more time. And now watch your distance. Check your distance on him. Yeah, so you make sure that you're not inside that range. That's your job. Ready? And action. So the sound effects really help. Sound effects really help. Sometimes people hear that and they go, did he really get hit? Just with a clap. So all of that comes out. It's all of a sudden there or it's gone. And if you slow it down, try to slow it down.